Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. What a prat. What an absolute prat. I thought it was an 8 o'clock kickoff. Somebody even said to me on the United stand it's a 7:45. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting into all that. It is a 7:45 kickoff. We've had 7 minutes. We've had no goals. Thank God for that. So yeah, apologies. I'm a grade A prat. So yes, it is 0-0. I need to get the timer up and running, but I thought I'd just go live and get things sorted. In fact, there's a player down injured here for Liverpool, so I don't want them to be seriously hurt, but as long as you're okay, you've really helped me out, because it now gives me a little bit of time to just get everything sorted out, so appreciate that. How are we all doing anyway? Hopefully we're going to have a good game tonight. Even if we don't, we will be doing Premier League Defender of the Year, which you can all vote for in your poll, which we'll get up and running in a little bit. But yes, we are live. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And thank you very much for watching. 0-0 here at the moment. Let me just get the timer up and running. I'm actually going to put the playoff game on as well. Just trying to sort of stay a little bit calm here, because I did press the button. There you go. There we go. Right, let's get this timer going as well. Baggy bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. Apple bottom jeans, actually. So we're just about to hit 9 minutes here. Some interesting team news. Liverpool are all over Southampton at the moment. I mean, Southampton aren't very good, and I think Klopp will still get the result. Lateness is unacceptable, Marky. Although Southampton are on the break here. Good little bit of a run. Oh, good save by Alisson. He did well there. They were nearly in. They were nearly in there. Could be a good game, this. Right, I'm going to give you the team news. And we'll take it from there. So, Liverpool have made a lot of changes. I presume a lot of them may be to do with injury. But let's have a look here. Liverpool have had 71% possession in the first 10 minutes. But let me give you the lineup. So, Southampton, McCarthy, Walker-Peters, Lianco, Stevens, Saluso, Redmond, Alianassi, Ward-Prowse, Diallo, Teller and Broja. And it's a nice ball into the wing there, and that's a goal kick. And then Liverpool have gone with Alisson, Gomez, Matip, Kanate, Samiskas, Elliott, Milner, Jones, Minamino, Firmino and Jota. On the bench they've got Diaz, Robertson, Henderson, Thiago. I mean, is Trent injured as well? Is Mane injured? Have they given up on the league? I mean, maybe we've got some Liverpool fans who can explain to us what that's all about. I don't know why they've gone with such a weakened team, but then again, they are dominating possession anyway. It's Samiskas, thank you very much. Simicas. Okay, Simicas, whatever. I don't really give a shit about the pronunciations of names. If it really bothers you that much, then just don't watch, because it doesn't bother me. But Klopp said they rested some, resting them for the weekend. Yeah, but the weekend might not mean anything. You're 4 points behind. You're 4 points behind City. So is goal difference not important to you? I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm not. I mean, look, my team's fighting for the Conference League, so your team is fighting for the league. But I thought, 5 days between playing on Sunday. I suppose you did play Saturday night. You've got to be careful about the Champions League, I suppose. I suppose it's in fairness, it's probably the pure relentless nature of the of the schedule that they've had is the problem. Yeah. So yeah, we've got the other game on there for us as well. Forest and Sheffield United. 2-1 to Forest from the first leg. Sheffield United, it should have been about 3 or 4-1 in that one, but Jimmy Garner playing in that game for Man United loanee. So we'll keep you up to date on both games. Come on Saints, says TB. How are you, Mark, says Josh. Well, I'm a little bit less rushed than I was about 5 minutes ago, considering I thought it was an 8 o'clock kickoff, which is why I had scheduled the show for 7:45 to have 15 minutes chat before, but don't matter. We're live now. I think it's going to be a difficult game for Liverpool. This, I do think they'll win, but they are gambling a little bit with that team. He's had to rest a lot of players. No Mane, no Fabinho. I think Van Dijk's carrying an injury. I think Salah's carrying an injury. What a goal by Redmond! What a goal by Redmond! Absolute cracker! One of the goals of the season. It's absolutely magnificent. What a goal! What a goal! Even Klopp celebrating. Absolutely brilliant. Magnificent. Magnificent. He's not happy with the goal. He's not happy with the ref. He's not happy with the ref because he played it on. But that is a great goal. Absolutely stunning. Maybe a foul on the edge of the box, but Atkinson says play on. They feed it to Nathan Redmond, who's virtually in his own half as he runs down the left-hand side. He cuts inside, past Gomez, past Milner, and then whacks it into virtually the top corner. It's an absolute cracking goal. Now, I think there probably was a foul on Jota, to be fair, but the referee said play on. Redmond cuts in, skips past Gomez, gets past Milner, and it deflects off Milner's knee, to be fair. I think Alisson would have saved it. So it's not actually as good as it could have been, but it's still a good goal. And it's a mountain to climb for Liverpool now. They have had 71% possession. I think they can come back. But that's a cracking hit. Absolutely cracking hit. And Klopp's not happy. He's not happy. But it's a great goal by Nathan Redmond. The English Eden Hazard. There we go. And, well, it's game on here. It's an exciting game as well. People were saying, why are you doing a watch-along for this? Title could be decided tonight. City are 4 points clear at the top. If Liverpool don't win, the title's won tonight. It starts tonight. This may well be title Man City. Sorry, it's a 3-point gap. No, it's a 4-point gap. I'm sure it's a 4-point gap. It's a 4-point gap. It is a 4-point gap, yeah. Oh, look at the pace here. Well, no, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, title will be won tonight if Liverpool lose. It's a lot of changes for Liverpool. I mean, I'll never feel any sympathy for Liverpool because they are United's biggest rival. But the reality is, I have said this so many times to Liverpool fans, and in fairness, I've never really heard many Liverpool fans saying we're going to do the quadruple. I've never heard that. I mean, I've got to be fair to Liverpool fans. I've not heard any Liverpool fans I know or any Liverpool fans on social media going, we're going to win the quadruple. But I have said to them, it's really difficult to do it. The reason United's 98-99 season is the best season I've ever witnessed is obvious because we won a treble, but it's also because it was just such an enjoyable season. Emotional, especially April and May. Some of the Champions League knockout games, the FA Cup knockout games, the league games, every game was a cup final for 3 months. It was relentless, and I think it's very, very difficult to do. And ultimately, I think Liverpool are going to struggle to do it because they're up against a very, very a ridiculous schedule. I mean, as I said, they played. Dylan says he's heard loads of Liverpool fans saying they're going to do the quadruple. Well, they're naive then because they've never done one before and they don't realise what you need to do. I mean, unfortunately, I don't want to hear any Liverpool fans moaning that they played Saturday night in the FA Cup final and went to extra time and penalties. Yeah, that's what happens. If you're trying to do a treble or a quadruple, you're going to be playing every 3 or 4 days important games. That's just what's going to happen. The score in the EFL game is currently still 0-0, but it was Sheffield United just had a big chance. I don't know whether it was offside, but Ndia just had a big chance. Mark, can you jinx Norwich versus Spurs so we get top 4, says PS Plays? Well, I'm not trying to jinx it for Spurs fans, but I did say this afternoon on my Twitch stream that Liverpool will win this game easy. And because I think they will. And I think Spurs will beat Norwich. Spurs don't need to beat Norwich, though. They can draw, can't they? It can be a draw. Referee's definitely letting this game go. It's a cracking game. Both games are really good, actually. Michael Oliver's refereeing the Forest Sheffield United game. Both games really good. Obviously, Sheffield United have got to go for it against Forest, and Liverpool have got to go for it against Southampton. So I'm looking forward to this. I have jinxed Liverpool so far. No, I mean Arsenal. Come on. I mean, you know what? I thought it was a bit disrespectful last night the way people were going in on Arsenal, and the sad thing is that that's a goal. It's a good goal. Firmino, 1-1. Oh no, he's offside. No, he's offside. I thought he'd scored. Offside, Firmino. It was a good header, but he was offside. Cross comes in. Yeah, he is offside. 3 of them are offside. Good line by Southampton. It's a very good header by Firmino, but he is offside. Look at Klopp. He turns round and he's going like that. And then someone says it's offside. Oh dear, Klopp's having a nightmare tonight. Still 1-0. I'm sure Liverpool will score at some point. But yeah, I thought it was a bit disrespectful last night because I saw all these Arsenal fans going on like they'd lost to Walsall. And I'm like, Newcastle played really well. Like, they dominated you. They were better than you. And with all due respect to Arsenal, you finished 8th the last 2 years. You're not Man City and you're not Liverpool. So, you know, Liverpool only beat Newcastle 1-0 at their place a couple of weeks ago. Yet Arsenal think they're going to go there. And they should have played better. They were bad. But Newcastle deserve a lot of respect. They played really well. And ultimately, I think Spurs will get top 4 now. Yeah. And it's a goal for Forest. It's a goal for Forest. I didn't see it, but we've got a goal for Forest. Let's have a look at this. Well, that puts Forest in a very good position here. It's Brennan Johnson. Didn't really know anything about him until I saw him playing in the FA Cup this season. And he scored a big goal here for Forest. It's 1-0, so it's 3-1 on aggregate. Let's have a look. A ball over the top. Definitely onside. Oh, the fullback's Oh, it's a simple fit. It's a good goal. It's a good goal, that is. A ball down the channel. I don't know the name of this Forest forward, but he cuts it back. And this Johnson lad's got way ahead of his defender and slots it in. And it's 3-1 on aggregate. And at the moment, this is at Forest's ground. So they're 3-1 up on aggregate after 20 minutes. A place in the final against Huddersfield is looking good here. I'd love Forest to win because I like Spence and I like, obviously, Garner. Big goal. Big goal there. Good starts to these games. Hi Mark, my little cousin is a huge fan of you. It's his birthday today. Can you wish him a happy birthday? His name is Aditya, says ANS Show. Happy birthday to Aditya. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good day, pal. Got some good games going on tonight. Half time, we're going to be doing... what we do on our polls, we've done Premier League Manager of the Year. You voted for it. We've done Player, we've done Striker, and we've done Keeper last night. We're doing Defender tonight. We'll have 8 candidates. They will go head-to-head in a poll, quarter-final, semi-final, and then the winner of the final is the Defender of the Year, voted for by you. I just need 8 candidates from you. So I've got Trent, and I've got Van Dijk. I think they're very obvious. So I just need 8 defenders, so we can use them for half-time. Harry Maguire will not be making it, but yeah, let me know as your 8 defenders. I think Rudiger's got to be in there. He's had a good season. I don't know what Chelsea fans think about him now. Romero, 100%, I agree with you on that. Cancelo's got to be in there. Yes, I agree. We'll put him in. Ruben Diaz, really? Do you not feel that Ruben Diaz is in there because of last season? I'm not convinced he's had a great season. So I've got 5 at the moment. I've got Trent, Rudiger, Cancelo, Romero, Van Dijk. Reece James, would you throw Reece James in? I think he'd struggle. I really do, because he only played half the season. I mean, I'm happy to put Diaz in if that's what people think. Matip does deserve to be in there. I think Matip does deserve to be in there. I'm going to put Matip in. We'll put Diaz in then. So I need one more. I'm trying to think. Would you not think Gabriel at Arsenal deserves to be in there? Robertson. I want to sort of get... Garner's just had a great chance there on the edge of the box and he shoots wide. Romero's already in, mate. Well, I've got one spot left for the final 8, and 2 names that keep coming up a lot are Gabriel and Robertson. So we'll do a quick one now to see who makes it into the 8. Martial has just suffered his 3rd injury severe. Guess we're stuck with him for a while, says Stockton. Yeah, that is a bit of a worry, to be fair. Oh, I don't know what's going wrong with the computer here. Good shot by Sheffield United. They need one back and it's game on. Hi Mark, if Liverpool played a full season with this 11, where do you think they would finish? Mid-table? With this 11 out there, probably mid-table. Right, so I've got 7 for the half-time defender of the Premier League season, but we just need to decide who number 8's going to be. So you're going to vote here, Robertson, Gabriel. Robertson or Gabriel, get voting. I'm not talking about that one. Dreams can come true. I'm in the final 8. Look at you. Could be you. Could be you, Gabriel. Laporte's going to miss out, I'm afraid. I didn't see anybody putting Laporte forward for a long time, so he's going to miss out. I do like Cucurella. I mean, look, people are mentioning names now that I think Cucurella's had a great season for Brighton. I think he's been massively impressive every time that I've seen him. Anyway, let's keep you up to date. The second playoff game is 3-1 to Forest on aggregate at the moment. They're heading towards Wembley against Huddersfield. We'll be doing a watch-along of the playoff final anyway, because it is the... Oh, that's late, ref. He's played it on. He's not going to give a red for it. And Southampton are currently 1-0 up against Liverpool here. Massively, massively exciting. And he's kept it in. Well done, Walker Peters. And then he gets tackled. The title could be won tonight by Man City. Pep's probably sat at home with a big bowl of What's-Its and a few cans of Super Brew. Ready to have a party. Tavares for left back, says Cheese. Oh, he's rubbish. Rubbish. Slow sports news with Manny plays. He's just gone 1-0 to Southampton. Maybe he's come in a little bit late. What do you think of that Brennan Johnson at Forest? I haven't really seen a lot of it. Oh, it's a goal! That is a goal for Liverpool. 1-1. Minamino, that's a good goal. That's a good goal. Maybe the title won't be won tonight. He's took it very, very well there. And it's what Liverpool deserve, to be fair. It's not been... it's not really been... Southampton's goal was very much on the break. And defensively, they look really poor. But the keeper should do better there. Front post glitch. If you've ever watched me playing FIFA, I'd be going mad at this goal. Keeper should not get beat from there on his front post. Minamino hits it well, but if I was the defender, I'd be bloody fuming because he slid in to cover the far post. The keeper's job is to cover the near post, and he doesn't, and it's 1-1. That racing guy says disappointed, Bridge. I don't ram it home. This is not the United stand. I don't ram it home, but You support who you support. I think most Liverpool fans respect it because they'd be doing exactly the same. No Liverpool fans are going to sit there and say, "Well done, Liverpool. You're making it exciting." I want Liverpool to not win. I want City to win the league. I don't like City winning the league, but it's the lesser of two. I wouldn't say evils, but lesser of two rivals. I like that saying. There is a saying, the lesser of two evils. I think in football, they're the lesser of two rivals for me. Robertson's going to win the poll. Yes, I'm going to put him in. Well, the interesting thing is, the place he's going to take in the quarter-final is really interesting because our first quarter-final for Defender of the Season, as voted by you, Premier League Defender of the Season, remember it's Premier League form, our first quarter-final is going to be Trent against Robertson because that was the space that was left. So think about that. Trent against Robertson. That'll be at half-time though. Robertson has won that. Out you go, Gabriel. Thiago Silva's been robbed. Well, the 8 who are in contention are Trent, Robertson, Rudiger, Cancelo, Romero, Matip, Van Dijk, Diaz. So you can say Thiago Silva's been robbed, but there's some really good players in there. I think Romero's been brilliant as well for Spurs. This should be 2. Good block. I don't think it's going to take Liverpool long. Milner shoots. Good save. Southampton are in a dreadful state at the moment, aren't they? What do you mean Romero robbed Edward? He's in the fucking final 8. You don't listen, do you? We've not even done the competition yet. It's at half-time. We've got 8 defenders who could all win Premier League Defender of the Year as voted for by you. You'll be voting at half-time. Best England cricketer, Mark, or your favourite, says Yash. I'm not really into cricket enough to be able to tell you, mate. I liked Flintoff. I just like all-rounders. I like people who can bowl and bat. So I did like Flintoff. Liverpool are dominating this. This is what happens when you've got a team that's playing for something and a team that's on the beach. Southampton on the beach. And looking dapper, Mark, says Miyagi. Nick Oliver says, I'm predicting another 9-goal loss for Southampton. Well, look, we move back now to Liverpool being 3 points behind Man City at the moment because they're drawing. Goal difference is not really going to come into this. I'm trying to think how it could. If Liverpool win, yeah, we're not going to get goal difference. Goal difference is not going to matter in this title race anymore. It's really going to be, if Liverpool win tonight, they go a point behind Man City, and Liverpool will beat Wolves at Anfield. So if Man City don't beat Villa, it's not going to be about goal difference. It's about Man City need to beat Villa on the final day. Simple as that. So goal difference won't matter anyway, even though City's goal difference is a lot better. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. You're all very welcome on That's Football. I'm trying to sort of figure out what we're doing. We're doing a Europa League final watch along tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. Loved Mina performances. I'm not reading that, Yash. It's a little bit racist, actually. And we've got, Europa League final tomorrow. Sunday, the big one, the final day, stream. We'll be covering all the games for you. And then a week on Saturday night, we've got the Champions League final. And then I think on the following Sunday, it is the playoff final. So some big games to come. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. You're all very welcome on That's Football. There's a good tweet I've just done on that Mark Goldbridge of all the United kits. Which one do you like? Stephen says, come on, Southampton. I mean, to be honest, I'd be very surprised if Southampton won this. They're very much under pressure here. 5D says Maguire's been robbed. Well, here's a little competition for you. Where would you rank Harry Maguire in Premier League centre-backs? Is he in the top 10? Even if he's on form, would you put him in the top 10? I would like to think he's in the top 10 on form, but I can think of a lot of centre-backs that are better than him. Matip, Van Dijk, Canate, that's 3. Laporte, Stones, Diaz, that's 6. Romero, 8. Rudiger, Thiago Silva, that's 9. Only need one more and he's not in the top 10. And you could pick one. I mean, I think Gabriel's been better than him at Arsenal. You could say Ben White's been better than him. I think he probably would get into the top 20, but I don't think he gets in the top 10. And he needs to be in the top 10. As a Man United centre-back, as a Man United captain, as an 80 million signing, you've got to be in the top 10. And, you know, he's not, even when I've seen Maguire playing well, he's not ahead of Matip, he is not ahead of Van Dijk, he is not ahead of Diaz, he is not ahead of Laporte, he is not ahead of Stones, he's not ahead of Romero, he's not ahead of Rudiger. So even on form, he's going to be nestling in maybe 8, 9 or 10 anyway. When he's playing well. So he's not a modern centre-back, that's the problem. But he's got to get into the top 10 next year if he's going to make an impact at United, for definite. Still 1-0 to Forest. They're 3-1 up on aggregate against Sheffield United in the playoff semi-final. And 1-1 here after 35 minutes. A good goal by Redmond. It wasn't as good as we thought it was initially, because it did flick off Milner's knee into the top.
Hey up! I'm Sean Dyche. Maybe I want a Southampton job. I tell you what, Hassan Hultul. Dyche is in town. And I've got my shirt on, my white shirt, but I can paint red stripes on it, and I'll bring wood down here, and we'll have a great time down south. It'll do wonders for my chest. I'll probably speak a lot better. I won't need so much gravel.
Rangers or Frankfurt, says Connor. I am doing a watch along for the playoffs, yes. I think at some point Southampton will have to get rid of Hasenhüttl. No one plays false 5 position better than Maguire, says Josh. Yeah, do you think Southampton will get rid of Hasenhüttl was a question in the chat. And I think at some point they're going to have to. They are ridiculously inconsistent. And I think they must be very frustrating to support. Because on their day, they're a decent side. But on their day, they can also get stuffed by anybody, and it's not a great way to support a club. I mean, Southampton fans are always going to support Southampton. That's not what I mean, but I don't know whether we've got any Southampton fans in the community section. But would you move Hasenhüttl on? Who has been worse, Maguire, Rashford, or McTominay? Says Gracie. Yeah, I don't really like who's been worse stuff. I don't really want to do a poll on that, because what do you win? 74% possession for Liverpool here, and Southampton have had 1 shot on target. And look, if Liverpool don't win, everyone will say, well, Klopp's made too many changes. But if they do win, he's played another masterclass. And to be fair, he has played another masterclass because they are on top. Who do you think will win between Forest and Huddersfield? Well, I hope Forest win in them circumstances, because I wanted to see a Luton Forest final because neither of them have been in the Premier League for years. Huddersfield have been in the Premier League, but I don't know how good Huddersfield are. So, there's a bit of something going on here. There's a massive crowd of people on the pitch here between Forest and Sheffield United. I don't know what's happened, but everyone's getting involved. Whoa, pushing and shoving. I do not know what's gone on. Spence, it is. I think it might be the manager. They don't want to lose their right back for the playoffs. They do not want him being sent off for the playoff final. I didn't see what happened. Everybody chill, says A1. I think it's much ado about nothing here. Yellow card to the manager. He's not even on the pitch. How does he get a red? Oh, it was nothing to do with Spence. So basically, the Sheffield United manager, Spence is waiting to take the throw in, and the Sheffield United manager threw the ball into the stomach of the right back. He should have got a red card for that. As a referee, that's terrible. As a manager, that's bloody embarrassing. Spence didn't do anything. I think the fracas occurred because he didn't even throw the ball. He sort of just slammed the ball into his chest, and then loads of players came in and got involved. But it's just petulance, really. Anyway, back to the Liverpool game. Good cross. Keeper's got it. 2 good games. I would advise you to have them both on like me. So both 39 minutes as well. 39 minutes gone. Anyway, going back to what we were talking about, Deep 11 says Ralph will leave Southampton. Yeah, I think it's about time he did move on, Hasenhüttl. I think he's hit the ceiling of what he can do with that team. And I think Southampton probably need a change. So, yeah. And I think Deitch would be a good idea. Deitch might not be a bad idea for him, to be honest. Having said that, he wouldn't be a good fit because they are a team that likes to play decent football at Southampton. I mean, if they had in charge Hasenhüttl, Pochettino, Harry Redknapp was in charge, wasn't he? So they do have a desire to play good football. I always thought Southampton had rich owners as well, but they clearly don't. Arsenal place top 6 with Europa League next year. Sam T, I don't know whether that's a statement or a question. Ollie will manage Southampton, says Michael. I tell you what, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got absolutely no chance of getting a job in the Championship, let alone the Premier League. He won't get a job. He just will not get a job in England, will he? Like, who would give him a job? Like, people will look at his CV now and go, you did absolutely crap at Cardiff, and with a load of money at United, you did crap. So he's not really got the CV. I think Lampard did very well to get the Everton job. Having failed at Chelsea, I thought he did very well to get it. Maybe Ollie will get lucky like that. I mean, I'd love to see Ollie get a job. I'd love to see him come back and do well. I just genuinely don't think he's a very good coach. And I know he did okay at Mulder, but I don't think he's a good coach. Louis says he's a Huddersfield fan and he's going to Wembley on the 29th and he's feeling confident. What time is the kickoff for that one? Let's have a look. I don't know anything about Huddersfield. I mean, I don't know much about Sheffield United. Well, I know a little bit about Sheffield United because they're in the Premier League, and I only know a little bit about Forest now because we're doing watch-alongs in the FA Cup. So I've got no idea who will be the better team. Huddersfield finished above Forest in the league as well, so maybe they would be the favourites. The playoff final is at 6 o'clock. Oh, no, that's the French league. Why have they not listed the final of the playoffs? I don't know why they've not put that down. French league, I don't know. Don't know when that is then. I don't know what time it's being kicked off or anything like that. It's on a Monday. That's harsh, Mark. I'd give Ollie a job. There's gardening I need doing, says Nick P. Mark, do you think some United players would believe their place in the team might be threatened if we get Europa League football, as we could attract more incoming transfers, says Alec? I don't think they'd be like that. Watch my team bottle top 4 instead of revising for biology, and I think I flopped it, says Cheese. Oh dear. Mark, will you like it if Forest get promoted, says Stewie? I mean, it makes no difference to me. I was born in Nottingham, and I did go to some Forest games when I was younger, but I don't support Forest. If anything, I've got more of a connection with Notts County, so I'd like to see them get promoted, but I'd like to see Sheffield Wednesday back in the Premier League. I'd like to have seen Luton get back promoted as well. I'm just tired of the carousel of, they call it parachute payments. I call it the trampoline payments that allow teams like Norwich to get promoted easily and then get relegated easy and then get promoted easy again. It's boring. You want to see different teams. Good hits just over the bar from Sheffield United there. About to hit half time. Liverpool game is boring, says Sam. Hi Mark, what's your unpopular United opinion and your unpopular overall football opinion, says Carl. I don't know, Carl. I just have opinions. I don't think I have an unpopular... Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Please subscribe, by the way. We're on the road to 684,000. We're only 200 away. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. We're doing a Europa League final watch-along tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. Liverpool on the attack here, but it's cleared away. Cleared away now. Good chance to put a good cross in, and it was missed there. What do you think of Rulli being goalkeeper back, says David? Can Arsenal place top 6 next year with Europa League football? Early to say, but you assume sides like United, Newcastle will strengthen, says Sam T. I think it's a very... Welcome to the Members Club, Ashley, by the way. Who have you got between Paris and Socha tonight, says Brendan. Didn't even know they were playing. I think that Arsenal need to buy a striker this summer, so let's see what Arsenal do in the summer transfer window, because it's a very big one for them. Joe Gomez has gone down here. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't see what happened to him there. You can turn that down, please. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. He's done his knee. Well, it's not all right. I thought he'd gone down on his own. He's twisted his knee as he's gone down, so could be a nasty injury that for Joe Gomez, who's had a few injury problems, hasn't he? So hopefully it's not. I don't wish injury on any player. Hopefully he'll be all right, but might have just jarred his knee as he went down. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. We've had some cracking watch-alongs the last 3 days. Maybe we're running out of energy a little bit with this one, but I think second half, Liverpool are going to have to go for it. I don't know whether Gomez is coming off here. Let's have a see. Jordan Henderson's warming up. So we're about to hit half-time in the playoff second leg semi-final. It's 1-0 to Forest on the night and 3-1 on aggregate. Sheffield United not out of it yet, but certainly heading out of it. Just about to hit half-time there. They're just about to launch a long ball, a long throw-in, headed away. And Liverpool are going to have a little bit more stoppage time here because of the injury. Half time, we're going to do Premier League Defender of the Year. Premier League Defender of the Year. You will be doing the votes. We love these little funny things that we have. There's all sorts of pushing and shoving going in the box here. I don't think there is any VAR anyway. I don't know what they're looking at. It's off the ball for a start. Liverpool's back up and running now. Looks like it's going to be 1-0, 1-1 at half time. And it is half time. So the ref didn't add much time on at all. And Liverpool would not lose the title tonight. Forest nearly going 2-0 up there. Brennan Johnson nearly returning the favour. They're still playing there. And now it's Sheffield United on the attack. And referee says no foul. And plays it on. And blows for half time. So both games half time. Interesting. We're going to do this. Poll in a minute. Did you see Anthony on the Ajax player tribute video to Ten Hag? Said he will always stand by him if he needs him. De Jong and Timber on there as well. I did. And James Garner as a midfield option next year, says Assadit. We'll have to wait and see. Knight R7. Thank you very much for the super chat. Come on, you Spurs. Says hi Mark. Thoughts on Emerson Royale? Does he need a season to adjust, or is he deadwood for our club? Glad to see we're buying Romero though. Says come on, you Spurs. Look, I don't watch Spurs enough to be able to tell you that Emerson Royale is good enough or not good enough for you. The reality is, from what I've seen of him, I don't think he looks that good. But it's your club. It's down to you, isn't it, at the end of the day? Right, we're going to get on with this poll at half-time. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. We're very close to 684,000, on the road to 700k. Everyone's welcome on That's Football, as you know. Watch-alongs, topical debates. We'll be reacting to all the big transfers as well. Apparently, you might have seen it anyway, but I was speaking to somebody today. Kylian Mbappe looks like he's going to sign for Real Madrid. PSG are desperately trying to chuck options at him. I wouldn't be surprised if they said you can have a 25% stake in the club. They're really desperately trying to keep him, but Real Madrid's the right place to go for him. Never heard someone as so biased as Martin Tyler, says Eva. Who I don't. You know what, Eva? I've not listened to a football match with commentary for so long. Because if I watch a match, I do a watch along now with you. So I haven't sat back and watched a football match with commentary for bloody ages, and I very rarely watch Match of the Day. So I can't really ever comment on it. But I do see people going on about him being biased and stuff. Anyway, look, let's do the we're going to do Premier League Defender of the Year, of the season, and you lots are going to be the judge and the jury. Our first quarter-final, there's 8 to choose from, and we do it in a head-to-head quarter-final, then semi-final. So our first quarter-final is very interesting. It's Trent versus Robertson. Trent Alexander-Arnold against Andy Robertson in the first quarter-final. People will say, well, you're fixing it, but you'll see there's a lot of Liverpool players in it, so it's just the way it's fallen. And anyway, everyone's got to play everyone to win it. Mark, what do you think of Kyle Walker-Peters as a new right back to United? Do you think he'd be a good option? I think he's all right, Manoj. I prefer Liveramento, to be honest. And Mark, if Man United wanted to buy United stand but keep everything the same, what would be your price? What's your value of the channel? Asking for a friend, says David Nihan. Yeah, that wouldn't happen, mate, would it? I don't think Man United would want to buy the United stand and then say, yeah, carry on being honest and slating the Glazers when we're rubbish and the players and stuff like that. That's not the way it's going to work, is it? But yeah. Robbo is more complete. Trent is blasting Robbo at the moment. As a defender, it's Robbo, says Aaron. And what's your Nunez percentage, says Dan S. I'd say 50%. Somebody's just misclicked. Mika says I misclicked Robertson. I wouldn't worry about it, mate. It's not going to change. Unless it starts to dip, Trent looks like he's going to win this quite comfortably. It is an interesting one, Robertson against Trent Alexander-Arnold. As an outsider, Trent Alexander-Arnold is an amazing attacking fullback. His free kicks, his delivery is unbelievable. But Robertson's a better all-round fullback. Defensively, he's better. I think he puts a good cross in. I think he's a very, very, very good left-back. In fact, I think he would be in the argument to be the best left-back in the world. I just think this season, Cancelo's probably had a better season than him. But I still think he's a very, very good left-back. And it should be quite close. But I suppose the reason strikers always win the awards over defenders is the reason Trent will win this one over Robertson. Because Trent actually gets goals and stuff and assists. And Robertson doesn't do as much as that. So the more exciting player is going to win over the more and the less exciting player, I suppose. So yes, it's down to 72%. We'll count down from 10, but unless it changes massively, we'll close that one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 72% of the votes. Trent knocks out Robertson. Our next quarter-final is going to be interesting because it's quite a good one, this one. Rudiger against Cancelo. We move. They're all good. They're all good. The Van Dijk one's really good, but doesn't mean it will be a good poll. Trent isn't a terrible defender, but he's not a world beater. That's not his game, says Raku. No, I think he gets a lot of stereotypical stuff about his defending, but he's definitely better going forward. Yeah, definitely. We're 100 subscribers away from 684,000. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. We're doing a Europa League final watch-along tomorrow. We'll see a trophy lifted tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. Make sure you get involved. What's your favourite flavour ice cream? I never used to like chocolate. You know when you were little, did you used to have Neapolitan, I think they call it, chocolate, where it was like a long slab and then it was 3. It was like pink, vanilla and chocolate. And whenever I was at a party and I used to get a slice of that, I never used to like the chocolate bit. I'd be like, can't stand that. I'd enjoy the vanilla and the strawberry, but I just couldn't, I'd sort of hold my nose to eat the chocolate. Nowadays, I love chocolate ice cream. That sounds... Well, no, don't turn that into something else. I actually do like chocolate ice cream. Coffee ice cream, I've not tried that. I definitely would have hated it as a kid. I used to hate coffee cake, but now I don't mind a coffee cake. This is quite close between Cancelo and Rudiger, so keep the votes coming in. I'm enjoying this. I love these polls anyway. They're great fun. And... we've already done Manager of the Year, which was 8-1, and it was Klopp who was the one who won it. We've done Player of the Year, which was De Bruyne. We've done Striker of the Year, which was Ronaldo. We've done Goalkeeper of the Year, which was controversial, but De Gea did win it. And we're now doing Defender of the Year. No United player in it, so maybe it'll be a far better vote. Defender of the Year. Yeah, I mean, somebody just said there, this is Defender of the Year. So why is Rudiger not winning it? He's a better defender. But look, it's not, the vote is not me. And look, I think you do have to take into account their attacking ability as well. But yeah, Rudiger is losing this at the moment. I'm going to count down from 10. And if it doesn't come down from 56%, then it will be over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. Rudiger goes out. Cancelo goes through. We've also had a super chat talking about this. Drexel says Robertson is better than Cancelo. He has more goals, more assists, has better defensive stats with playing less games. The only thing Cancelo has over him is he can pass the ball with the outside of his boots. Well, Drexel, it's a knockout thing. The best player will win. Robertson might have gone out to Trent, but maybe Trent will put Cancelo out in the semi-final. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, does it? Was Southampton's goal a foul? That was from Friend Stas. I think it was a foul in the build-up, yeah. but it wasn't given. This is going to be an interesting one. This is my favourite quarter-final for Premier League Defender of the Season. Matip against Romero. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. These two, this season, have been remarkably good. Romero maybe started off a bit slow, but he's been brilliant for Spurs. And Matip, I would argue Matip's been better than Van Dijk. I think they have been brilliant this season, these two. And for me, they should be contender for Premier League Defender of the Year. It wouldn't be out of place if this was a final. It's like Conte versus Howe for Manager of the Year. They'll never get it because it will go to Pep probably or Klopp. But Premier League Manager of the Year, I think Howe and Conte have done brilliant jobs. And I think similarly, Romero and Matip have been brilliant as well. But is he better than Ashley Young, says Ricky from Nate H. Well, Matip has flown into a big lead here, 57%. So if you want to vote for Romero, get your votes in. If you want to vote for Matip, get your votes in. But it's Matip who's flown into an early lead here. I mean, to be fair, Liverpool are playing Southampton, so maybe we've got a few Liverpool fans watching. But it's come down to 56%, so maybe Romero's coming back now. Get your votes in. We are doing Premier League Defender of the Year. This is our third quarter-final. And Trent and Cancelo are through into the semi-finals. This is to be our third semi-finalist. And it's 56% to Matip and 44% for Romero. We'll start counting down. If that doesn't come down to 55, it's come down to 55%. We'll give it a little bit longer. We'll give it a little bit longer there. I'll count down in a minute. Romero is clear. Somebody just laughed that Romero's in there. Matip all day, says Illaborn United. I'm glad I'm not voting on this. I'll tell you which one I always meant to tell you who I should go for. So I would have gone for Trent over Robertson, and our Rudiger or Cancelo probably would have gone for Cancelo as well. So I think you've got it right so far. This one, I'm going to start counting down. If it doesn't go to 54%, we close it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll close that. That's still on 55% for Matip. Yes, he's through. Romero goes out. Romero robbed will be in the chat, but that's the way it goes. 55% of the vote for Matip, 45% of the vote for Romero. He didn't get there. Matip has won. That was a good one. And our final quarter-final is going to be, I think you'll know one of the names. You should have figured out both of them. It's Van Dijk versus Diaz. Ruben Diaz versus Virgil van Dijk. Go. Reece James didn't play all season, so I don't think he can be a contender for Premier League Defender of the Season, really. I think it would have been a waste of time putting him in, to be honest. One at half-time between Liverpool and Southampton. They'd still be 3 points behind Man City, so the title race would still go to the final game of the season, and they'd still be dependent on Villa winning. Forest are winning 1-0 against Sheffield United, 3-1 on aggregate. Van Dijk has gone into a massive lead here. Yeah, I don't necessarily... Oh, who would I have gone with between Romero and Matip? You know what? I don't like sitting on the fence. I'm going to pick one, but I really think both of them have had a great season. Matip is so underrated, and Romero has been good, but I probably would have just gone for Matip, so I think you've got it right again. Yeah, but it's a tough one, that. In fact, that should have been a bit closer. I think 55%, 45% is a bit unrealistic. But Van Dijk's going to win this one. We'll close it in 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Van Dijk is through and Diaz is out. Interestingly, our semi-finalists are Van Dijk, Matip, Cancelo and Trent. They literally would make a back four. That's not by design. We would have had that. Thiago Silva would not win this, so don't even moan about it. And nobody put him forward. His name was not really mentioned. There was a few people, but nobody really mentioned him. So our first semi-final is Trent against Cancelo for Premier League Defender of the Season. Cancelo against Trent for Premier League Defender of the Season. Get your votes in. Rudiger got knocked out by Cancelo. Where is Ben White? Probably scoring own goals for Arsenal again, isn't he? This is Premier League Defender of the Year. This is an elite competition. There's no Ben White here. This is a good one. Rudiger and Cancelo. They're both 50-50 at the moment. I think the other semi-final will be close as well. This bodes well. Some saying this should have been the final. Cancelo all day. Trent's brilliant. 50-50. This is good. We like a 50-50. We've had 4,300 votes and it's 50-50. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Keep the votes coming in. Trent against Cancelo in our first semi-final for Premier League Defender of the Season, and it's 50-50. Love it. Love it, community. This is where it gets exciting. It's like Kulusevski against Bowen all over again. Please do subscribe, by the way, if you've not subscribed. It's free to do it. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 70 away from 684,000, so please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. I'm just about to start the clock for you because Henderson's on for Joe Gomez. That injury is too bad. And we're still on 50-50. Liverpool obviously would prefer to win this, but whatever happens, they need Villa to beat Man City anyway. There's no way that they need Villa to beat Man City. A draw for Man City. Oh no, a draw. No, a draw would Man City still win the league. I think. Yeah, it's 3 points at the moment. Yeah. Well, no, if Liverpool win, it's fine. Then a draw would be okay. Second half kicks off. Cancelo's taken a lead here. He's got 51%. Oh, this is so close. Trent's going to get robbed, says Sargent. Cancelo is winning now. The most exciting one we've had in a while. It's back to 50-50. The game's kicked off here, so I'm just keeping an eye on what's going on. Asking about Liverpool players during a Liverpool match. What are you smoking, Mark? Says Shank. No, it doesn't necessarily mean we've got Liverpool fans in here. Mark, my mate Sam is a Liverpool supporter and watches all of your shows religiously. Great work on Talk Sport, says Addy. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed that. My favourite bit about Talk Sport was the calls. Cancelo's gone back in front again. I mean, sort of. This is a good one, but it's difficult to vote. It's difficult to close the vote when it's so tight. Stop the count, says Coco. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think here. So Liverpool are drawing, and that means they're 3 points behind Man City. If they win, they'd be 1 point behind Man City, which means if they beat Wolves, they'd go 2 points ahead of Man City. So Man City have to beat Villa. A draw wouldn't be good enough. If this stays a draw, then a draw would be good enough for Man City against Villa. Basically, if Man City beat Villa, they've won the league. Which you'd expect them to do. Villa are playing on Thursday night as well. So, there we go. What player from a previous era do you think would suit modern day Premier League football? Dennis Irwin, says Joshua Bowater. Yeah, I think Irwin would be a very good one. Right, we're going to count down here because we've got 51% for Cancelo and we've got 49% for Trent. So, if it doesn't change in the next 10 seconds, we're closing it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's still on 51%. Yeah, it's closed. Cancelo into the final. Trent goes home. in what was, let's just take a moment to appreciate an epic semi-final in our Premier League Defender of the Year award, voted for by you. Jota's just missed a big chance for Southampton as well. He pulled it wide. Sheffield United have got a goal back. Sheffield United have got a goal back right at the start of the season. Right at the start of the half. It's game on. It's game on. Jota puts it wide for Liverpool, but Sheffield United have scored here. They've been a lot better tonight. Gibbs White does well. Yeah, it's a legit goal. It's 1-1 there on the night. Interesting. Interesting there. So, yes, as I said, what a semi-final that was. We've now got our other semi-final. They've been centre-back partners for most of the season. Van Dijk versus Matip. Second semi-final. Matip against Van Dijk. Will reputation reign through, or will the underrated player reign through? Both had very good seasons. If Trent assisted defence more, he would win, says Yosh. He isn't happy as he blocked. He's blocked on this chat. Are you doing any more shows on TalkSport? Would love to see you have a fortnightly show, says Addy. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I've not spoken to anybody about it for a while since Friday, so we will see. But Sheffield United are all over Forest here at the moment. I told you, if they get one goal, they're back in it. Who do I want to win? Southampton and Forest, because Sheffield United coming back up after being relegated, like Fulham, it's just fucking boring. It's like Norwich. I'm bored of seeing the same teams come down and then go back up because they've got the parachute payments. Van Dijk is winning 64% here. It shouldn't be that big. That's what she said. It shouldn't be that big a lead for Van Dijk. I mean, he is brilliant, but Matip has done really well. Mark, you and Colton had great chemistry. Any chance you and him do it again, even if it is on TalkSport? Think he would be a great guest on this channel, says Daniel White. Yeah, I was thinking about that today, actually. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Daniel. Sheffield United are all over Forest here. And another corner. This is experience, though, isn't it? Sheffield United know what it's like to be in the Premier League. They've got that big game experience. Psychologically, this is where Sheffield United are good as well from corners. And they've just had 3 in a row. Liverpool dominating the possession again here. Who was my pick in Cancelo versus Trent? Again. The better all-round fullback is Cancelo. But if we're talking Premier League Defender of the Season, I do think Trent's had a very good season. I probably would have gone for Trent in that one. Yeah, I probably would have done. Van Dijk's going to win this. Oh, somebody said end the vote. Is it? Let me just count it down from 10. If it goes down to 64%, I'll keep it open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll close it. Van Dijk won. I tell you what, that's an injustice. It's not an injustice that Van Dijk won it. I would have voted Matip. But it never should have been 65% to 35%. I'm a bit disappointed by that. That a Matip is definitely a case of underrated. Like he's a very good centre back, and he's been very good this season. Here's Liverpool on the attack, good cross and defended well. Sheffield United are all over Forest here at the moment. They're throwing in long balls. I mean, do you want this in the Premier League? Do you really want that in the Premier League? Sheffield bloody Stoke City. Okay, so our final. Let me get the final up for you. The final is going to be Premier League Defender of the Season, as voted for by you, is going to be Van Dijk versus Cancelo. Go. It's your vote. Somebody just said there, Van Dijk won because people are blinded by reputation. No. Look, if Sheffield United get promoted, they deserve to get promoted. I'm not taking that away from them. I'm just bored of... if you look at promotion and relegation over the last 3 years, you'll know what I mean. Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Fulham, Norwich, Crystal Palace. It's just like that. That's no good. Another corner for Sheffield United here. And I think it's a corner for Liverpool. Cancelo takes an early lead with 60%. It's not a corner for Liverpool, actually. It's a throw-in to Southampton. Not Crystal Palace. Watford. It's not the first time I've done that, is it? There's something about Crystal Palace and Watford that I... something about it just gets my head going. Liverpool on the break here. I fancy Sheffield United to score again. It's interesting because I watched the first leg and Forest were the better team in the first leg and Sheffield United were bad. And in the second leg, Forest have played more defensive and Sheffield United have been the better attacking side. It's I don't know what that's all about. What game should I watch, Liverpool or Sheffield, says Ross. Well, I've got them both on, and to be honest with you, they're both interesting. I think if Liverpool score... Oh, is it the side netting there? Harvey Elliott. I thought he'd scored. Is it the side netting? It's come down to 59%. I'm not going to do the countdown yet. More people are voting for Van Dijk. It's our Premier League Defender of the Season final between Cancelo and Van Dijk. And Cancelo leads by 59% at the moment. The final really was probably the semi-final between Trent and Cancelo, because that was 50-50 for ages, but Cancelo just about did it. Super sub of the season, Mark. Big fan, says Nero. We've still got to do midfielder yet before we do that. We'll do that tomorrow night on the Europa League final. Although it'll probably be De Bruyne, to be honest with you, won't it? Van Dijk is clear, says Harry. He's not on the poll, mate. Liverpool on the attack again. Firmino puts it out wide. The cross doesn't come in first time. Milner goes for a throw-in. It's coming down to 58%. Van Dijk on a comeback here. Cancelo had a lead, I think, at one point of 62%. It's dropping at the moment. It won't stabilise, so I can't do a count 10 down. I'll do it now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. No, I won't do that. I'm not going to cheat in the final. Time for a stretch. I don't think I've had many stretches tonight because I haven't really shown my pyjamas off. Getting a bit of a gut. I think it's just the way that the jacket falls, really. It's come down to 57%. Pranav says Cancelo deserves it. Kieran says Virgil van Dijk. Best signing of the year would be good. Southampton holding up quite well here. We've had nearly an hour. Of course, if Liverpool don't win, it means Man City can afford to draw against Villa. It gives them two opportunities. Liverpool need to win to make Man City have to win against Villa at the Etihad on Sunday afternoon. It's stabilised at 57%. Right, I'm going to count down from 10. If this stays on 50% when I've counted down by 10, it's over. 10, 9, 8. Get your votes in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me open it. 57%. It's over. It's over. Cancelo is your defender of the year. 57% of you voted for him. Easy Diaz signing of the season, says Barry. He didn't sign this year though, did he? That was last year. You're living in the past, Barry. So there it is. Shocking result, says Aaron. But Cancelo has won it. For me, the semi-final was Trent against Cancelo. That was the real final. Although I must admit, would I have done anything different if it was down to me? Probably would have been Cancelo in the final, but I would have probably put him up against Matip, and I would have voted for Matip. Matip would have won it for me. But, you know, that's maybe I'm in the minority there. I thought you were talking about Ruben Diaz. You're talking about Luis Diaz. Yes. There's a cruncher of a tackle. There's some bad tackles going in here. Get your cards out, Michael Oliver. Who would you have as your 8 for signings of the season? And you can include loan deals. So, yeah, I think Diaz would be in there. Ronaldo's a good signing. You'd have to put Ronaldo in there. He's got 18 goals. And we only paid... I think we only paid like 15, 20 million for him. You surely have to put Ronaldo in there. 18 goals for 20 million. Eriksen, I think, has transformed Brentford. So I agree. I think Eriksen's got to go in there. Kulusevski's got to go in there. I don't know about... Bruno Guimaraes has got to go in there as well. I've got to find a place for him. He's been really good as well. No doubt about that. You've got to put Ronaldo in. Definitely. Kulusevski's got to be in there. And I think Romero's got to be in there as well. Romero, I agree. Would you put... I mean, Ben White for 50 million, probably not going to get in there, is he now? Ramsdale, maybe? Odegaard? Odegaard was official this year. Conor Gallagher's a good shout as well. Got a list here from Bliss. He says Gallagher, Romero, Eriksen, Diaz, Cucurella, Ramsdale and Odegaard. Again, Cucurella's been really good. He's just not going to get the votes, is he, because of who he is. Mark Guehi has been talked about signing for OTS as Joe Knight. Diaz is already in there. Saul Niguez. Yeah, I think Conor Gallagher's got to go in there as well. And who was the other one we were talking about? Odegaard. We'll do that one tomorrow. That's a good one. Transfer of the season. We've got 8. I don't think we've missed anybody. Niall Fox says Jose Sarr. Yeah, good shout. Another corner for Sheffield United. Headed away. The foul's been given. Liverpool on the attack down the left-hand side. Simicas. Don't know how you pronounce it. Jose Sarr, superb for Wolves. I feel that Sarr does deserve to be in there. I think we need to give him a preliminary bet, don't we? Loan deals are okay, David. We're okay with loan deals because Kulusevski's a loan deal as well. Who do you think's the weakest to go up against Sarr? Diaz, Gallagher, Eriksen, Odegaard, Kulusevski, Guimaraes, Ronaldo, Romero. Who would you... I'll do a preliminary and we'll throw Sarr in it, but who would you put him up against? Who do you think's the weakest out of those 8? Right. People are saying Gallagher because he's a loan deal. Well, it'll be up to you. You can decide. This is a preliminary to get in the final 8. Sarr against Gallagher. There we go. Can't say fairer than that. Go for it. Grealish ain't getting in there. Forest have got a corner. Half an hour to go. So that's for our Premier League signing of the season poll we'll do on the Europa League watch along tomorrow night at half time. And somebody just said Odegaard's the weakest. I think Odegaard's had a good season for Arsenal. I don't think he's the reason things have gone wrong. No, I think, well, Gallagher's winning at the moment, but I think you've got to put Sarr in there. He was a signing and he's been a very good goalkeeper for Wolves. Best sub says 60 gaming. Nice ball down the wing. Alisson very quickly off his line there and passes it out well. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. We're very close to 684,000. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Liverpool still pushing for the winner here. They've made a lot of changes. And Firmino shoots straight at the keeper there. Origi's on. Origi's on. Harvey Elliott's off. He's scored big goals before. Liverpool still not able to break down at the moment. Who won the poll? It's still going on at the moment. Gallagher's on 58% and Sarr's on 42%. So we're going to do a big poll tomorrow for Premier League signing of the season. But we've got 7 and it's between Gallagher and Sarr to get in the final 8. So get your votes in. Mark, how about Varane? Even as a United fan, FPL Fozzie, I would say no. No. United have been really bad this season and Varane's missed a lot of games, so I don't think Varane gets in. If Liverpool win the quad, it's Diaz, says Ollie. Sheffield United have played really well second half here, you know. They're really putting the pressure onto Forest, who are probably a little bit nervous. They're playing within themselves. They've not played that well tonight. Southampton holding firm though. Many thought this might be a 5 or 6-0, maybe another 9-0. Conte, says John. He is a manager, you know. Lovely. Corner for Liverpool, headed away, edge of the box. Goal! Goal! Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Matip. My Premier League Defender of the Year that you didn't even vote to get to the final. And he's done it. And it's a big goal from a big player for Liverpool. It's been coming. It's come from a corner. And it's 2-1. And I think that will be 3 points for Liverpool now. Which is what everybody expected. But Klopp has made a lot of changes tonight. It's a reactionary header. He's on the 6-yard. He's on the penalty spot. Oh no, it's an own goal. It's not Matip. I think it goes in off Walker Peters' head. It ricochets off the top of his head. It must be a bit of Matip's head on that. I think he must get a bit on it. It's gone to Walker-Peters, but I don't know who they've awarded it to. It's definitely 2-1. It's a bit like the Ben White own goal last night. I thought Callum Wilson had finished it off really well. So Liverpool are now a point behind Manchester City. Basically, Man City can't afford to draw against Villa now. All comes down to the final day. Southampton have done very little on the attack. Very, very little on the attack. I'd fancy Liverpool to get over the line now. Gallagher has won the poll against Sarr. So Gallagher will be in the top 8 for the poll tomorrow for Premier League signing of the season, even though it's a loan deal. 5.7 of you voted. 20 minutes to go in both games. Sunshine Granny Neville, says Josh. So we've got 20 minutes to go. Well, 22, 23 minutes to go. Milner's down here. Rudiger or Matip? This is Stormzy. What are you drinking tonight? Coffee or tea, says Ross. I'm on the hot water. Bloody hell. These long balls from these long throw-ins from Sheffield United. You don't want to see them in the Premier League. Ooh, that's going to hurt Milner. That's going to hurt Milner. Oh, he's alright, he's up. F1 watch along on Sunday, Mark, says Barry. I don't know. I will be watching it. I just don't know what time it's on. I don't know whether it's going to clash with the Premier League. Liverpool's next match is Wolves at home on the final day, and Man City are at home to Villa and Steven Gerrard. So 20 minutes to go. Southampton against Liverpool. It's 2-1 to Liverpool. Forest against Sheffield United. It's 1-1. Sheffield United need to score again to take it to extra time potentially. They've played well tonight, Sheffield United. 2 p.m. F1. What time is the Premier League games kicking off? Is it 4? Slow Sports News. There we go. That looks really bad. The Snide says it's unreal Milner got up there. It looked tough. It did. It looked really bad, but he did get up. I'm one of the very few people who likes hot water. I mean, I say hot. It's not boiling. I'm not drinking bath water. Like it's filtered hot water. It's cold water that's just been boiled and let it cool down a bit. It's a very acquired taste. Literally, there's no taste. I just quite like it. Do Southampton look like scoring, says PD? No. No. Is the harsh answer. Lynn says, come on, Forest. Well, you can guarantee Liverpool will beat Wolves at Anfield. So really the title comes down to, will Man City bottle it against Villa? And everyone will say no. But look, as a United fan, I thought exactly the same when Man City were playing QPR at the Etihad on the last game of the season. And going into stoppage time, they were losing. And that was the Aguero game. So anything can happen on the final day. Whoa. What will be very interesting is to see what Villa's team is on Thursday night. Because It's their last home game of the season. They're playing Burnley, who, if they win, probably send Leeds down. Would Gerrard pick a weakened team at home against Burnley in the better chance you've got of 3 points to give his old team Liverpool a better chance of winning the league? I don't think you can do that. But he might do. I don't know. I don't know what Villa fans would think about that either. But you never know. I don't know what Leeds fans would think about that. Mark, what do you think is the best English player in the Prem that doesn't have an international cap, says Tommy. Well, give me some. Give me some suggestions. Has Jared Bowen not got an England cap yet? I'm sure Maddison's played for England. Or yeah. Oh, God, I'm yawning a bit now. 15 minutes to go. I've had a busy day today. Letitia played for England, Stokesy. Definitely played for England. I remember watching him. Somebody made a good point there. Why people worried about Villa beating City at Etihad when Wolves are better and they're playing Liverpool? Because I think City will just be more nervous because they are the favourites, whereas Liverpool know they've got nothing to lose. They haven't got, it's not in their hands, so they'll play with more intensity and less stress, I suppose. Matip is probably better than Van Dijk this season, says Nathan. Yeah, I would have voted Matip over Van Dijk this season. Here we go, this should be goal 4. Why didn't he slip him in there? Liverpool should have been 3-1 up there. Refused the pass for some reason. Still 15 minutes to go. I think West Ham showed how you can cause City problems. You need to score first, basically. You need to defend well and you need to score first, probably on the break. Now, have Villa got players who can score on the break? I don't know what Villa's last lineup was. Let me have a quick look. Because with Bowen and Antonio, they had two very powerful, fast players on the break, and it did cause Man City's defence a bit of problems. Villa drew 1-1 with Palace at the weekend, and their front three was Watkins, Ings and Coutinho. It's not really that pacey. Leon Bailey, I presume, is injured again because he wasn't even on the bench. I don't think... Oh, Sheffield United have scored! They've scored! Sheffield United have scored! 3-3. Oh, they're bottling it here. They're bottling it. Didn't see it. But yes, Villa... They need to have some pace on the break, and Antonio and Bowen did cause them problems. So, yeah, 15 minutes to go. Forest have not been very good in this game, especially not second half. Sheffield United down the right-hand side. Cross comes in, and keeper. Don't know what the keeper's doing here. Why doesn't he just jump on it? That's it. Probably heading to extra time there, but it just shows you, doesn't it? The playoffs, they're a funny old place. Nervy. Mark, I respect the English League's integrity when it comes to what you said about Gerrard putting out a weak team. Remember when Liverpool beat Blackburn and we bottled it at West Ham, says Cal. Yes. Yes. Anything can happen on the final day. I'm nervous. Liverpool could still do a quadruple. Sometimes you feel it's written in the stars, don't you? They've won 2 trophies on penalties. In the Champions League, they've been more than justifiably in there, and in the league, they're more than justifiably in it. But you just feel that maybe on the final day something might happen that helps them. I mean, look, what if a Man City player mistimes a tackle in the first 5 minutes and gets sent off? Suddenly everything changes, doesn't it? Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. Steven Gerrard will do his best Jose Mourinho circa 13-14 Chelsea at Anfield impression against City. Dishevelled super villain shithousery incoming, says Joel. Oh, big chance for Sheffield United on the back post there. They've got all the momentum here. All the momentum. I think I fancy Sheffield United now to do this. I really do. They've been a much better team second half. Liverpool still on the attack here. Southampton not really done anything in this game apart from score a goal. Should be a playoff for the Premier League winner, like a Premier League Super Bowl, says Stuart Walker. We'll beat Burnley and lose to City. Simple as, says Alex Byrne. Oh, I tell you what, it's nearly an own goal there. Liverpool on the attack. Minamino loses it. Liverpool will pick up the second ball. I've got the Sheffield United Forest game on. I think with 12 minutes to go, I actually fancy Sheffield United are going to do this. It's a prime example of just sort of bottling it, really. City versus Liverpool or Liverpool... City versus Villa or Liverpool versus my team. Watch along. This is FX ended. I'll be keeping an eye on all of them, mate. Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on all of them on Sunday. I'm trying to figure out how I can do it. We'll have match choice on Sunday, but I don't know how many different games you can watch. Seriously, how are they this good with their B team? Says Marketing James. Because they all play in the system, don't they? My stream's just gone down here. Fucking joke. Garner's not having a good game, says Botherer. It's going to be a very busy final day. Dominant display by Sheffield United. Cross comes in, keeper gets hold of it. We'll be live on both channels, I think, on Sunday. United Stand and That's Football. Shea Adams comes on for Broha. 8 minutes to go in the Liverpool versus Southampton game. As things stand, Liverpool go 1 point behind Manchester City, which would mean Man City would have to win against Villa at home on Sunday. There'd be no room for slippage, no draw. Harry says, how will that work? You'll have to wait and see, Harry. It might not work, but we'll see. Forrest have got a corner here. Garner's going to take it. He's quite good at corners. Right, another stretch here. Well, for a short period of time, it looked like Southampton might get the win, and that would be the title for City tonight. But Liverpool have fought back really well, and you have to, as somebody just said a few minutes ago, you have to give Liverpool huge credit because there's not many teams that can make the amount of changes that Klopp's made tonight and play so well. It just shows you how well coached they are. FIFA servers are down, says Arthur. Oh God, I'm glad that's not anything that registers for me. FIFA servers are down. I don't want to live that life. It's a con job. Jan, thank you very much for the super chat. Please do subscribe, bottom right hand corner. You're all very welcome. That's football. We're doing a Europa League final watch along tomorrow night. And I do want Rangers to win. And it's got nothing to do with that whole Rangers versus Celtic thing. It's quite simply because I would support any Scottish team in the final. Whether it's Aberdeen, Celtic, Rangers, Hibernian. I'd support them in the final. Well, I wouldn't say support. Support's a strong word. But I'd want them to win. Mark, can you stay on for the Sheffield game? Says Seb. I'll see. I don't think I can stay on if it goes to extra time, but I can stay on to full time. My bowels won't allow it. That's a joke. Mark, surely Frankie de Jong will have to come to us anyway. Surely the commercial deals can't generate the money they need for the squad alone. Maybe it's a negotiation tactic from Barca, says Aqua. I said that on the United stand tonight. I mean, I don't know, but I sort of agree with you. I think it is a bit of a negotiation tactic. Sarri just confirmed that if Milankovic-Savic leaves, he won't stay in Italy. Would you fancy United to finally make a move for him after all these years? No. I'd be stunned. I'd be stunned if Milinkovic-Savic is on United's list. He was on our list a few years ago, but never played in the Premier League. What is he, 27, 28 now? Big money. Nobody's queuing up to buy him. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to do that. But if Ten Hag wants him and we do it, fine. But of course, Villa are playing on Thursday night, 3 days before they play Man City. Be very interested to see what team he picks. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, Forest had half a chance there. It goes for a corner. Why buy De Jong if he doesn't want to come, says Jay. Because he might be able to persuade him to come. Hassan Hutt is a crap coach, only rated because he's German. I think we spoke about that in the first half, and it's definitely something that Southampton might look at this summer. Oh, Redmond with another shot there, saved by Alisson. Thoughts on Timber? As I said it on the show this morning, and it's been verified ever since. Man United are now in contact with Ajax discussing a deal, and somewhere between 25 and 35 million, I think the deal will be done. Obviously, United want to pay 25 and Ajax want closer to 35, so we'll see. We'll see. It's interesting though, because Fabrizio Romano was on the United stand a couple of weeks ago and said, I don't think United are in for Timber. So it just shows you. Forest are on the attack here. Spence with the cross over the bar. 2 minutes to go at Southampton. They're probably quite happy with a 2-1 loss. Mark, will you continue the watch along on Nottingham and Sheffield United? AMK, no. I won't. I'm not watching half an hour of a playoff second leg semi-final. I draw the line there. I'll do a playoff final watch along, but I'm not doing semi-final second leg quarter watch along. I'll carry on till full time, but I'm not doing that. No. Hassenhut's Austrian, by the way. There's a few people in the chat getting very pissed off about that. As well they might. Nathan Redmond's quality. You know what? I always thought Nathan Redmond might go on to a bigger club at some point. Southampton on the attack. Should have put the cross in there. Should have put the cross in there. You've wasted it now. Liverpool will deal with you. Or will they? The cross comes in now. It's not that good. Redmond keeps it in. A minute to go. It's not a good cross. Still got the ball though, Southampton. Sheffield United on the attack. Cleared away. What a terrible ball by Davies there. They had a 3v2 on the break, Forest. It's a shit ball. Absolutely terrible ball, that. Now it's Sheffield United coming forward. End-to-end stuff. Thoughts on... I don't know who that is, Des. I think we might get a late winner in this playoff game. Both teams are going for it. No, that's a crap pass. Who won Defender of the Season? Alex. Who won Defender of the Season? Cancelo. Cancelo won it. 3 minutes added on at Southampton. 2 minutes to go. Is there any chance of a Southampton equaliser? It hasn't looked like there has been all game. Shea Adams into the box. Brilliant defending by Matip. Ward-Prowse. They've got to whip this cross in. Crap. Absolutely terrible cross. Southampton, they're still here. Goes wide again. Better cross this time. Headed away. Headed away. Cleared away. Ward-Prowse. A minute to go. Liverpool having to defend here. Southampton. Redmond. Whips across. Comes to the back. Alisson gets it. That'll be the end of that. That'll be the end of that. 2 minutes added on in the Forest Sheffield United game as well. Could go to penalties and extra time there. If you're going to watch it, it's on Sky. Thanks everyone for watching, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Very close to 684,000. A minute to go in the playoff game. What are they doing? What's this defender doing here? And that's the final whistle. Liverpool take it to the final day. 2-1 to Liverpool. They take it to the final day. That means Man City have got to beat Liverpool. Villa. They've got to beat Villa. Oh, it's gone for a corner. Garner's just had a shot there on the edge of the box for Forest. He could have been the hero. He could have been the hero. It came to Garner on the edge of the box. He tries to place it. I'd have blasted this. Tries to place it. It's a corner. No, it's not. It's a goal kick. No, it's a corner. Corner here. This to win it or put it to extra time. Other corner. Nope. Is it a corner? It's gone to extra time. No, it's gone to extra time. Right, I'm going to stop there. I'm really not watching a playoff extra time game. I've got other things to do. But thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Europa League watch along. That might well go to extra time. If you want to watch the playoff game, it's on Sky. I'm sure you can find a stream edit somewhere. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. We'll be back tomorrow night with our Premier League transfer of the season poll and the Europa League watch along. Legends in the chat. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Thanks for watching.